Welcome back, Five Signs. Realize this video wasn't even recording, so this is for my Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. This will be from February 19th, 2024 through March 3rd, 2024. Let's get into this. See what we got coming in for y'all for these next 2 weeks. Hmm. Hmm. Starting off with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So this is essentially bad. I wouldn't necessarily say bad karma, but bad luck. Seems like you could be coming into some bad luck here. Possible hmm, uh, a misfortune, if you will. Could be loss of finances, loss of a job, things of that nature. But it looks like things are working out in your favor, despite it may seem misfortunate in the meantime, with that being in reverse. Now, starting off at the top row, we got the King of Pentacles upright, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles upright, Ten of Wands in reverse, and Five of Cups in reverse. So, somebody here is essentially appearing to, to be stable, appear to be on top of their game, and everything of that nature. Somebody here is definitely going through some type of financial trouble. Some of my fire signs are definitely overburdened, definitely overburdened. But I see you dropping the load. I see you ultimately coming out of overworking yourself. The Ten of Wands in reverse. So let's get clarification. What is the Ten of Wands in reverse? The Chariot upright? Okay. So that's definitely progression in a sense. And the Two of Wands. Let's get one more. Get one more. Clarify the Ten of Wands in reverse. Ended up getting two. Okay. So we got the Chariot, Two of Wands upright, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the King of Swords upright. So this is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that's definitely making progress in their day to day with their finances, with the people around them. Definitely in motion, taking action, integrating new ideas, new things, new concepts, taking control, being victorious. This is, in a sense, almost like Six of Wands energy, the Chariot here. But you're definitely taking a new journey, and you're dropping the burdens that you're currently going through, and you're planning, making progress, deciding what you're going to do next. Could have travel plans ahead of you, but you're definitely achieving something where you're accomplishing goals. So this could be a move from another job. This could be a transition to a new position. Could be filling out applications at this point, and definitely looking for a different job. It's like you're overburdened And then you're weighing your options. It seems like, okay, do I want to stay here and make this money, or do I venture out, hurt for a little bit, and get what I actually need that'll help fulfill not only my pockets, but more so what's in line with what I'm able to do, what I'm able to give. And so you're definitely dropping the burden and you're making this money decision. You're getting your emotions out of it and you're determined to do what you need to do to drop this burden because that's stressing you. That's what have you in your emotions in the first place. So it's best to, just my advice, just to come out of that, instead of burdening about, understand that you are a number at a job. They do not give a fuck. They play buddy, then they play you. Always understand that there's something better. You're not stuck. You just got comfortable. And sometimes that's not good, you know. That's why at the bottom of the deck we got the Wheel of Fortune in reversal. It's like maybe the comfort isn't something that you need right now. Maybe you need to push yourself a little harder. Or not even push yourself harder, but necessarily not necessarily push yourself harder, but be in a space of, you know, opportunity. Don't just settle for what you've been settling for, because more out there. So I'm just trying to clarify the Five of Cups. Yep. Nine of Swords upright. Okay. Clarify the Five of Cups. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Somebody's worried about their job. The Devil in reverse. That's somebody that's breaking free of limited beliefs. So you're really sitting with yourself, restoring control and having that freedom and not being stuck in this energy. Okay, so that's a good thing, fire signs. Definitely at the end, Hierophant, institutions, tradition. Okay. So with these four, clarifying the Five of Cups. So somebody's worried about losing their job. But in the sense of you worried about that, you taking action and you just releasing the limits and belief. Like instead of you sitting there going, oh damn, I'm getting fired. What's next? Like you actively looking for a job. So it's not like you're even worried about it if you do lose it. If they do decide to let you go, you already have your plan in motion of restoring that control and getting your life back. But just sitting there with yourself and really understanding who you are, what you bring to the world, and what you ain't got to settle for. If the job is chaotic, if it's too much for you, it wore out his welcome, by all means, it's time to move around. Definitely. And with that Hierophant, institutions, tradition, that's definitely you going deep within understanding like the possibilities are endless when it comes to finding money, getting money. And so you're definitely in your self-development mode. Could be losing desire with the job that you're currently at. And once again, with that Nine of Swords here, that's anxiety and worry. Worried about losing your job. But then you come to a sense of releasing all of the emotion behind possibly losing something and how like the work life and how you perceive the work life to be structured. Now, one thing you could be doing is going into business for yourself. You could definitely be thinking bigger, looking at your way of thinking and how you can put things together so good, fire signs, that you know how to move, you know how to strategize, you know how to think outside the box. You don't let a job limit your potential. You're the type of person that will end up going into business if you're not already in business for yourself. And if you are already in that business, I see you definitely taking a new approach differently. Could be adding to your arsenal of what you sell or what you do. providing another stream of service to a completely different audience, a different crowd that you may think is taking a chance. You don't know how good it'll be, but it'll definitely lead you to an additional source of income. So it's not like you're losing, but you're looking at everything like a job is a job. They gonna come and go, just like the seasons, just like the buses. Every 15 minutes, one coming. So you're not worried about that. You definitely coming out of the anxiety and fear of losing your job and getting out there, doing what you need to do to change the narrative, to not just be stuck in the same loop, the same cycle, taking action. So once I see you sitting with yourself and releasing those burdens, the Seven of Swords in reverse, how I look at it is, with that being in reverse, that's seeing the picture for what it is, not being deceived, not trying to be sneaky, but actually seeing everything for what it is and communicating what it is. No matter how you feel about a person or the situation, but the actions that were taken may have you in a position where it's like, well, okay, you know, you was cool, but you pulled this, or as simple as, oh, I thought this was happening, but I guess it wasn't. So I was wrong. I misjudged the situation. That could very well be you sitting with yourself, understanding like, oh, okay. So let me not put the blame on all of these other people. Let me see and remove myself from the equation because I do have free will to do that. Instead of sitting back and just allowing yourself to continue to go through the same cycles, the same bullshit jobs, the same, you know. And I understand you got to make your dollar, and sometimes you just got to stick around until you can get to a better course. But somebody here got comfortable. Somebody here definitely got comfortable. But I see you got to the breaking point where you said, you know what? Just because I know this don't mean I can't learn nothing new. I mean, it's always new opportunities out here to learn, to reprogram and stimulate your mind with new things, new ideas, new perceptions, new perspective. And so that's definitely what I see you doing here, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Beautiful, definitely beautiful. And that's just the top row. We ain't get to the whole spread yet. Hold up, where y'all going? Bring your ass back here. We ain't done. God damn it. Now, once again, starting at the bottom row with that Seven of Swords. This is you coming out of that energy of self-sabotage, deceptiveness, sneakiness, seeing things for what it is, putting yourself in a position of, okay, let me look at this subjectively, outside looking in, even on my behavior towards some shit. Even though I may feel that, oh yeah, X, Y, and Z shit happened because I'm blase blah. The reality of the situation may not be as extreme as you may think it is, or to the degree of you being innocent in this case. Hell, you could have perpetuated and made things worse possible in a certain situation. Not saying that you have, but just for example, you could have easily mistook somebody's compliment as an insult. You know, something like that. Because you're so in your head, but you're releasing the burdens, you letting all of it go, you evaluating self. That's what I see that as. And I see a lot of people could be around you in not cahoots, but could be in, in conflict with you. Or it could just be a lot of things that's conflicting with what you're currently doing. Could be scheduling an interview and maybe it got pushed back, or maybe you missed an email for a chance to sell somebody a product or something like that. And damn, okay, now I got to reschedule to get them right, or whatever the case may be. But all of this conflict is going on, is causing instability ultimately. And so it's like a lot of things. may be rocky right now with your finances because you're weighing your options and you may be moving to a different position. But after all of this chaos, with the Ten of Wands being in reverse, that's releasing a burden. With the Two of Pentacles juggling finances, the Four of Pentacles being in reverse, the Five of Wands conflicting with your moves and motion, the Seven of Swords in reverse being you realizing that, hey, I may have caused a lot of this stuff to go down, or I may be in a position where, maybe I need to stop self-sabotaging with a lot of things. But next to the Four of Pentacles, we got the Sun and we got the Knight of Wands. So that's you stepping back into your power, you seeing everything for what it is, the beauty in it, the pain in it, but you've been sitting with yourself. You've been meditating and you know what actions you need to take. So everything now is uphill. You faced the worst possible scenario and it's only up from here. It's always the darkest before dawn. You gotta understand that. So with that Sun and the Knight of Wands to close off, is you stepping into a new territory. A new territory, being happy, being productive, loving, caring, being blissful, and taking that swift action. Being unpredictable what moves you finna make, but definitely you're landing some targets. Whatever you're aiming for, whatever you're trying to go do, you gonna do it big. As the fire signs always do. Come on now. And so you move in with haste and with purpose, with precision. The fastest knight in the deck, the knight coming in swift, almost like the Knight of Swords as well. But this is more so action, not talk. You're taking action. And that's what gets you results. So that's beautiful. Yep. Pretty sure you went through some things, Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius for the next 2 weeks. It may or may not be your situation. Don't make it fit. Definitely. But this is beautiful. You're sitting on your throne, even though you have money woes in the background, and things may not be as stable as it appears on the outside with the King of Pentacles up top. You managed to break free from the stagnancy of what may have been preventing you from opening new avenues and opportunities for money because there's a lot of pentacle energy here. This is definitely in a lot of pentacle, a lot of wand, very little emotion. This is you coming to grips and understanding what time it is, what you got to do, how you got to move. Pretty much. Tired of that old gig, goddamn it, release them burdens immediately. You don't need to. And hell, you might need a downsize too. I mean, that's cool. If you was riding around in a nice ass whip, maybe it's time to get something that just runs in the winter that got some heat. If the AC ain't blowing, really don't matter. You can let them windows down. They work, you know. Sometimes you really got to consider and think about maybe I'm living out of my means. Maybe I'm doing too much to have shit that's not really necessary. That could very well be the case too. But you're moving in the right direction though, fire signs. You're definitely moving in the right direction. You're doing what you need to do. The first step is action. Like always, you always taking action. So let's get a message to close out this read for my fire signs, my Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. The frog, prosperity. Now if that ain't something, prosperity, the frog. Let go of the past and embrace change. That Ten of Wands in reverse. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. And that's exactly what you're running into, fire signs. The frog. That prosperity, that abundance and good fortune is awaiting you. All you have to do is release this burden. Whatever you think you stuck at, you're not stuck at. It's all in your mind, you know. And the beautiful thing about this read too That Seven of Swords in reverse being the only sword energy out here tells me a lot about where your mentality is. That's maturity. That takes some fucking growth to really sit there and call yourself out on the shit you've been doing. Like, yeah, you know what? I could have handled this like X, Y, and Z. And it's such a satisfying feeling. You damn near get goosebumps when you hold yourself accountable for certain shit. And not only that, but the action behind that. Like, if you were wrong in the situation, or somebody tried to snap on you for no apparent reason and you didn't react how you would normally react, and you just actually kept it cool and let them make a fool of themselves. That's maturity. Things of that nature. So it's small steps like that that make you take big leaps because you're able to view everything subjectively, even yourself included, and not exclude yourself outside looking in. You got to view yourself from God's point of view, which is actually you, but outside, like, how am I reacting to things? How do I look at this? How am I coming off to these people? Is my energy right? You know what I'm saying? You just pretty much checking yourself and coming off of the self sabotage. And this could have a lot of people, once again, with that Five of Wands, could be having a lot of people around you conflicting with you, wanting to fight you. Or maybe, once again, could just be some conflicting things, having everything scheduled one day and then you got to reschedule, something of that nature. But amidst all the chaos, you come into self and you understand at what time it is. Stepping into that sun energy and that Knight of Wands energy, which you are. Aries, Leo, and Sag. The Knight of Wands, that is you. The Sun, that's Leo. That's you. Fire sign. Prosperity is coming your way. So don't let this small misfortune scare you. Don't let the Wheel of Fortune in reverse scare you. It's all about how the cards come out and how they all sync together and how we always close it out with that oracle message. And it always seems to be clear and concise with the reading. I'm not gonna lie, I may have had maybe one read where the card jumped out and I really couldn't connect it to what the spread was, but these cards never miss, fam. And I'm just reading them for you. A good thing we didn't even have to get no clarifiers for this, but I just want to pick at one. The Seven of Swords in reverse. Let's just get a clarifier on that before we close it out completely. Just to hit home exactly what I'm saying, because I already know it's going to jump out here. Three cards for the Seven of Swords in reverse for my fire signs. The Chariot in reverse. The Five of Cups upright. And the Two of Cups upright. Okay. So with that Chariot in reverse, that's definitely self-discipline, but it could be lack of direction, lack of control, could be aggressive, a little bit arrogant, carelessness, but the helm of it is self-discipline for the Chariot in reverse. So this is you basically understanding your rights, your wrongs, your faults. And then the Five of Cup upright, that's the acceptance, that's you accepting everything for what it is. Whether it's a loss, whether it's a win, you moving on. You may have a few setbacks, but you forgive yourself for what you've been through, and you're definitely loving on yourself and assuring that, hey, we're not gonna come across this path again. But the Two of Cups being at the end, the Seven of Swords in reverse, this is unified love, partnership, mutual attraction. This could be somebody that you're in a relationship with that you could be in conflict with. Now, I see that next to the Five of Wands, but I don't know. This is a mutual attraction. This is connection. It's upright. It's not like it's conflict. I mean, it's partnership. It's a deep connection, unified love. All right. So let me get Three clarifiers for the Five of Wands too. The Five of Wands. Clarify the Five of Wands next to the Seven of Swords in reverse. Clarify the Five of Wands next to the Seven of Swords. Clarify the Five of Wands next to the Seven of Swords. And we got another Five of Wands, bro. If that ain't something, I don't know what is, man. So, wow. Okay. So, Seven of Swords has self-discipline. Could just have a lack of direction with the self-discipline, being a bit careless, but you realize that you understanding what you need to do to adjust and to make your situation and your life better. And you accepting things for what they are. You forgiving yourself, moving forward and accepting things for what they are. Could be with somebody that you're in a relationship with that Two of Cups. There could be somebody that you're coming into contact with based off of you coming out of that self-sabotage mentality. Now with the Five of Wands, we got the Nine of Wands upright, the World in reverse, and the Five of Wands upright. So we got Five of Wands being clarified with the last card of the Five of Wands again. That's crazy. That is crazy. So the Nine of Wands, that pretty much shows resilience, the test of faith, setting boundaries, gearing up for the worst, just being could be defensive or pessimistic. So these are the people around you. They're resilient, you know. They set boundaries. They got boundaries for themselves. You got your boundaries. And now that you didn't set yours and it's in conflict with them, now all of a sudden, damn. Or as well, going back to the whole reschedule thing. This is just you staying persistent, dealing with the conflict that comes at hand that keeps you from doing whatever it is that you may be trying to achieve. Like stepping into another job. It could be something that could get in the way of that. Could be something that's getting in the way of you planning an event. The venue may have a reservation for the day that you want to plan it out for because that was the perfect day for you and now you can't reschedule until maybe the summer or spring or something like that. But you're gearing up for what's to come, the world in reverse. That's just seeking personal closure. Could be trying to take shortcuts, feeling incomplete, dealing with competition around you, the conflict, the disagreements, to having tension with people around you, being real territorial, clashing egos, all of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you got all this chaos around you, that can definitely throw your money off. Let's just keep it a band. But amidst all of that, though, hear me out now. Amidst all of that bullshit that's going on in your life, five signs, you still in a position, even though people talking crazy around you, your money fucked up, toilet don't flush and shit. Whatever it may be, fam, it's just gonna like it's like this is just a test, fam. True testament. It's always the darkest before dawn. I'm telling you. So when it's all said and done, you taking action in the direction that you need to go to get your stability back. And that's beautiful. And that's down to cutting people off. That's down to how to go about thinking, about approaching certain situations, whether that be a job, whether that be with your neighbors, your family. It has to do with everything. And whatever you're doing, you choose to be happy. Ending with the Sun and the Knight of Wands once again. You are in your prosperous mode, with that frog being the oracle message of the read. Abundance and good fortune await you. You just got to pretty much battle through all of this chaos, and you built for it. You about action anyway. You're a fire sign. It's nothing to you. It's nothing to a fire sign. It may be a bit more depending on your placements for others, but I'm not gonna go into the depth of the 12 placements in a chart. Um, but this is the test. This is definitely a test from the universe. Like, all right, let's see how bad or how willing you are to surrender to what it is you know no longer serves you. And let's just see how this all plays out. Because if you just release, I got you, and that's what you're doing at Ten of Wands, going through the conflict and chaos with people around you. Your money may be messed up for a little bit, but you coming back right into it. And this is within a 2 week span. Keep that in mind too. The readings are timeless, obviously. There is no such thing as time. I don't have to go into that. But for those who come across this read when they were meant to come across it, it could apply for, and you could have went through this already. You could have honestly went through this like last year, a few years ago. You would know your situation better than me, but this is what I see coming in for some of you. Not for everybody, but some of you, Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. This is what you're coming into here within the next 2 weeks. But I hope y'all enjoyed this read. If y'all did, make sure you like and share, subscribe as well. And if not, that's fine. I know a few of y'all got a message out of this that'll definitely help you in your situation, that may give you a little bit more peace, knowing that everything's going to resolve when it needs to. You just need to sit back, surrender, and prepare. And you will have your energy. You got that sun energy, you got that night energy, Knight of Wands energy. You about to take some action. You got some money coming in. You got some abundance coming in. So hey, that comes in the form of many things too. Abundance could be in how your mood, your emotion, the money you make. I mean, it's a little bit of everything encapsulated in the. So this is a big blessing coming in for y'all. Fire signs, Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. Once again, it's been real. Y'all take care.
Coming out of that woodwork in honor of Cool Herc. Nothing new under the sun, glad his roof work. Niggas is too dirt, wonder where the kindness went. This how I've been. I tell you about the times we in. You smite and deceive, adultery and greed is winning. No matter to me if you fall to your knees, repentance. Ask and receive, give back what you bring, I'm giving. Either the pipe, straight serving these fiends, they itching.